GoMining Academy. My name is Jeremy Dreyer. I am the Chief Business Development Officer at GoMining, and I've been involved in Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining since 2017. I hope you enjoyed these courses. Lesson 6. Is Bitcoin legal? In the previous lesson, we became aware of typical crypto scams and learned about ways to protect yourselves from these. Now let's tackle another crucial aspect of staying safe, the law. By the end of this lesson, you will understand why governments regulate Bitcoin, learn how Bitcoin is treated under different legal systems, gain step-by-step guidance on checking Bitcoin's legal status in your country, know what to do if laws change unexpectedly. Bitcoin continues to grow in adoption and attention, but one question remains surprisingly common and important. Can using Bitcoin actually get me into legal trouble? If that question makes you nervous, you're not alone. While Bitcoin is designed to operate outside the traditional financial system, you still live within one, and that system has rules. That question is a sophisticated one for multiple reasons. Governments around the world are still figuring out how to regulate Bitcoin. Some see it as a tool for innovation, others treat it with skepticism, caution, even hostility. In many places, the legal status of Bitcoin is somewhere in the middle. Legal to own, but restricted in certain uses. Or legal today, but uncertain tomorrow. For everyday users, this uncertainty can feel like a barrier. Is it safe for me to buy Bitcoin? But with the right approach, it is possible to navigate regulation with clarity and confidence. Let's dive in and rethink what legal means when your money doesn't belong to any one country. In the traditional financial world, money is government-issued, bank-controlled, and heavily regulated. Currency value is shaped by inflation rates and central bank policies. There's little confusion if it's in your bank account. It's legal. Bitcoin disrupted that paradigm. Now anyone with an internet connection can send or store value independently. That independence challenges long-held assumptions about who controls money and who enforces its rules. Governments have responded in widely different ways depending on economic priorities, political stability, technological openness, fear of losing monetary control. The result, a fragmented global map of Bitcoin regulation, where borders matter again. The old belief that financial innovation moves faster than law still holds true, but now regulation is catching up. In this new paradigm, you have to check and understand the rules, because with Bitcoin, legality is not universal, it's local. What's allowed in one country may be restricted or banned in another. The old assumption, if it's on the internet, it's allowed, no longer applies. Bitcoin gives more freedom, but that freedom comes with new responsibilities. Why is Bitcoin regulated? Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency. It operates outside the control of any single government or bank. This design raises important questions for regulators. Can Bitcoin be used to evade taxes? Does it pose a threat to national currencies? Can it be used for illegal transactions? How should it be classified? Currency, property, or something else? Because of these concerns, governments have developed a special Bitcoin and overall crypto-related laws to prevent money laundering, so AML laws, protect consumers, ensure fair taxation, maintain control over capital flows. Regulation doesn't mean banning Bitcoin. In most cases, it means defining how it can be used legally and under what conditions. It's about creating on-ramps and off-ramps between the new crypto economy and the traditional one. Global approaches to Bitcoin regulation. The regulatory landscape for Bitcoin varies significantly across jurisdictions, shaped by each country's legal framework, economic priorities, and approach to innovation. While some countries have integrated Bitcoin into their financial systems with clear guidelines, others have imposed restrictions or outright bans. To understand these differences, it's useful to categorize regulatory stances into 4 main groups, ranging from full legal and regulated to completely prohibited. Common legal categories. Legal as property. You can own and trade Bitcoin, usually taxed like assets. Legal with rules. You can use it, but you must follow KYC AML rules. Restricted. Use is discouraged or financial institutions are barred. Banned. Bitcoin use or minting is illegal. Starting with the United States, Bitcoin is legal and regulated as property. This means it's taxed on capital gains, just like stocks. Exchanges must also follow strict KYC and AML rules to prevent fraud and money laundering. In Germany, Bitcoin is considered legal private money. What's interesting here is that long-term holders, those who keep their Bitcoin for over a year, can sell it completely tax-free. Moving to Nigeria, Bitcoin use is restricted. It's not illegal, but banks are prohibited from processing crypto-related transactions, which make it harder to buy or sell through traditional financial institutions. El Salvador made headlines by becoming the first country in the world to declare Bitcoin as legal tender. This means businesses are legally required to accept Bitcoin as payment, just like the US dollar. And finally, in China, Bitcoin is banned. All forms of crypto trading and mining are illegal, and the government enforces a strict crackdown on crypto activity. These examples just show how diverse global regulation can be, ranging from full legal adoption to complete prohibition. How to check Bitcoin's legality in your country. Bitcoin may be decentralized, but your rights to use it are determined by where you live. Regulations vary significantly across countries, and even within regions, and they're evolving rapidly. It's never a bad idea to check the laws regularly. But we assume that not many of you here are crypto lawyers. Don't worry, we've got you. Here's how to check your local Bitcoin laws and stay ahead of any changes. Step 1. Use search engines strategically. Search with clear terms like, is Bitcoin legal in your country 2025? Bitcoin regulation with your country name. Crypto tax law with your country name. Look for reliable sources, government websites such as the Ministry of Finance or Central Bank. So for example, in the UK, the Financial Conduct Authority, or the FCA, publishes updates on crypto firm registrations. Official publications from tax authorities. The IRS in the US has a dedicated crypto FAQ page. Crypto law firms or legal blogs. Many law offices post summaries of new crypto regulations. Reputable platforms like Chainalysis, CoinDesk, or CoinGecko. Pro tip. When using Google, filter for results from the past year to avoid outdated or overturned rules. Step 2. Identify the key areas. Why it matters. Even if Bitcoin is illegal, there can be restrictions or rules that impact how you use it. Understanding the scope of regulation helps avoid unintentional violations. Focus your research on, is owning and trading Bitcoin allowed? Is there a tax on crypto gains? Can business accept Bitcoin as payment? Are crypto exchanges licensed in your country? Are foreign platforms like Binance or Bybit blocked or allowed? Pro tip. Local crypto communities or meetups can help interpret how rules are actually enforced, not just how they're written. Step 3. Look into tax and reporting obligations. Why it matters. You might be fully compliant with usage laws, but fall out of compliance when tax season comes. Tax treatment of Bitcoin varies widely, but is often overlooked until it's too late. Even if Bitcoin is legal, you may still need to follow common obligations. They include declaring holdings. Some countries require you to report crypto assets over a certain threshold. Example, Spain requires residents to declare foreign-held crypto over 50,000 euros. Paying capital gains tax. In most jurisdictions, selling Bitcoin at a profit is taxable. Example, in the US, even buying a cup of coffee with appreciated Bitcoin is a taxable event. Record keeping. Keeping logs of your purchases, transfers, and sale prices helps you calculate taxes accurately and defend yourself if audited. In most countries, failing to report crypto gains is considered tax evasion. Real-world scenario. In Australia, a trader was audited and fined for failing to declare over 100,000 Australian dollars in profits. The ATO retrieved records directly from exchanges. This is a reminder that even if you don't report your trades, the authorities still might know. Keeping clear records isn't just smart, it's essential protection. Step 4. Monitor for policy updates. Why it matters. Crypto regulations change fast, especially in countries with inflation, elections, or currency devaluation. What's legal today may be restricted next month. Staying informed helps you act early and avoid being locked out of your own assets. How to stay up to date. Subscribe to newsletters from your local tax authority or financial regulator. Example, the FCA or SEC offer email alerts about crypto policy shifts. Follow local crypto communities on platforms like Reddit, Telegram, or Discord. Pro tip. Use groups with regional focus, such as Crypto India, Bitcoin South Africa, to get relevant news faster. Set a calendar reminder to check for updates around every 2 or 3 months, especially around national budget announcements, tax deadlines, major crypto-related news globally. Real-world example. In Nigeria, a sudden ban on bank transfers to crypto exchanges in 2021 led users to quickly shift to P2P platforms. Those who were informed acted early and avoided getting stuck with frozen funds. What to do if the law changes? If your country tightens its crypto laws, don't panic. Review the changes carefully. Withdraw funds to a self-custody wallet if exchanges are being restricted. Keep your transaction records, especially if you're required to report past activity. Look into decentralized platforms where legally permitted. Consult a tax advisor or legal expert, especially if your holdings are significant. Bitcoin might be global, but your rights to use it are local. The best way to protect your freedom to participate is to stay aware, stay prepared, and stay connected. Here's how to put today's lesson into action. Check your local laws. Search for your country's most recent crypto regulations. Don't rely on old news or assumptions. Save a trusted source. Bookmark a reliable government, tax, or legal site that regularly posts updates. Plug into your local community. Join a regional crypto group on Telegram, Discord, or Reddit to hear about real-world enforcement and breaking news. Bitcoin empowers you to control your money, but real freedom comes from understanding the rules and knowing how to respond when they change.